Dear family of light, as you can see today we are here at my house in Moyobamba. My dog just got operated, so he cannot walk up to the jungle hut, and that's why we are here today. So we will talk about awareness and how awareness can come out only when there is no judgment. The problem that we are raised in a society that doesn't allow us to really see the reality around us. So we judge the reality around us constantly. We do this, for example, with other human beings when we see them. When we observe them, we don't really see them. We observe them and we say, okay, person is tall, is short, is fat, is skinny, is black, is white, is rich, is poor. We put a series of labels on it, but we don't really see the other person. And often it's also true when the other people speak to us, sometimes we judge their word according to our history, according to our preconceived idea, and so we are not really listening to the other person. And so you never really listen and you never really see. That's why watching is one thing, observing is one thing, to see is another thing. To see implies no judgment at all. And this applies also to what happens to our life. Illness, it comes to teach you something. A loss of money, a loss of a person that you love, it comes always from a reason and from a perspective that you have to grow. Life is not linear, it's not a flat line. You cannot just stay in a nice beach there in the Caribbean Ocean and just floating on the water and just do that for all your life. First of all, because it will become boring. And secondly, because you will not learn anything. So our life is a challenge, but it is not so difficult. It became difficult or extremely difficult only when you put constantly your ego first. And when you try to judge everything that happens to you. So the suggestion is to go slow, walk slow, observe the reality around you, observe your breath, observe your emotion, because emotion, remember, that can enslave us. They bring fog to the third eye chakra. You cannot really perceive because you're always inside this emotion, and so you cannot really see what is happening around you. I remember when I first met my yoga teacher, what I saw was not an absence of ego, but I saw a vastness, a space, an infinite space behind him, because he somehow was symbolizing the self, the immortal self that was behind him. I could still see the character, I still see it today. I see a character, I see an ego manifesting, but I see this consciousness behind, and I understand that the message that he brings to us, as other spiritual teachers do, is a message of unity, is a message of love, and is a message that helps us to grow. And is a message that is above his personality. So it's not important really the messenger, but the message itself. And this applies to all spiritual churches, groups, gurus, teachers, everybody, channeler or whatever they are. So why we are attracted to these enlightened beings? Because when we are in front or in the presence of an enlightened being, we feel space, we feel safe, we feel that this person will not judge us. Whatever things we tell them, he will not judge us. So if you can really give space to the other person will really talk to you and tell you what he thinks about life, about himself, about others, about whatever is the topic of the discussion. So you are giving space to the other person, and at the same time you are giving love, because in that space there is acceptance, and acceptance is love. There is a famous quote by Wayne Dyer that says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. The things are always the same if the observer is objective, but we don't see reality as objective, we judge reality. So whatever you see, you always see it from your past, because judging means go to the past, bring the information from the past into the present moment, and then the person you are seeing is old, the tree that you are seeing is old, the animal that you are seeing is old. You are not seeing things as they were fresh, as they were new, because you have preconceived ideas about the other person, this other object. This is especially evident in a long-term relationship. You tend to have an image of this person, and when this person changes, then you say, but who are you? And that brings most of the time to a separation in the couple, for example. And this applies to friends, to family, to places around us. Everything changes, and every day we should see the things around us as new. This gives us a new perspective and a more innocent way of living. So if you want to practice judgment and awareness, try to sit on a bench in your city. Can be in a square or in a city park, or if you are in the countryside and there is nobody around, just observe nature, the trees around you, the birds chirping. And try that whatever you see, you will not judge it. You will not put a label on it. If there are people passing, you will not tell them anything. You will just see them passing, and it's fine with that. You don't need to add any vocabulary to it. I know it's not easy, so take your time to apply this exercise, and you will see a miracle happen, because to see is like a miracle, and this miracle happens when you stop the process of judging and evaluating everything that you see. This is everything for today. Thank you for watching, for your time, and for now, be at peace, be at peace.